In the late 1800s, New Mexico was a lawless land, where ranchers and outlaws roamed free. One man stood above them all, William H. Bonney, alias Billy the Kid. A legend born of myth and mystery, his life has been retold and rewritten so many times that it's hard to separate fact from fiction. Born in New York City around 1859, Billy was a restless young man who drifted west to join the Lincoln County Regulators, a group of ranchers fighting against corrupt land grants and cattle rustlers. But as he became embroiled in the deadly conflict between rival factions, his own legend began to grow, fueled by his quick draw and cold-blooded reputation. One fateful day in April 1880, Billy faced off against Sheriff William Brady and his posse at Blazer's Mill. The shootout would go down in history as one of the most infamous gunfights in Wild West lore, but what really happened that day? Was it a calculated ambush or a desperate bid for survival? In the end, it was not a hero's death that took Billy down, but a ruthless betrayal by his former friends and allies. Today, we'll delve into the true story behind this legendary outlaw, from his early life to his tragic demise. Join us as we uncover the real Billy the Kid, beyond the myths and legends. The Lincoln County War records are scattered throughout this archive. We've combed through these documents to uncover new evidence about Billy's role in the conflict. One intriguing find is a handwritten letter from Sheriff William Brady, detailing an alleged meeting with Billy in 1880. This photograph was taken by a local newsman, but its authenticity has been disputed for decades. Some historians believe it's a staged event, meant to quell growing tensions between the two men. Others see it as proof that they had reached an uneasy truce. Billy was killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett in a shootout at Stinking Springs Ranch. But some researchers believe he survived that day and escaped into the wilderness. Could this be evidence of a second escape? We'll explore these theories further. As we continue to investigate, one question remains unanswered: what really happened in that fateful shootout? Did Billy go down fighting, or did he escape and live out his days under an assumed identity? We'll follow the trail of clues to uncover the truth about America's most notorious outlaw. In 1881, Sheriff William Brady submitted a detailed account to the New Mexico Territory's governor about his encounters with Billy the Kid. The report sheds new light on the infamous outlaw's relationships and motives. We examine the evidence to understand the complex web of alliances and rivalries that shaped Billy's life. Billy's escape from Lincoln County Jail in April 1881 was a brazen move that cemented his notoriety. We investigate the events leading up to the breakout and analyze the theories surrounding Billy's possible accomplices, including his alleged lover, Susan McSween. The press portrayed Billy as a cold-blooded killer, but what if we're looking at this through the wrong lens? Researchers have suggested that Billy's actions were driven by a desire for justice in a corrupt and violent society. We explore this alternative narrative and examine the historical context of the era. As we delve deeper into Billy's story, new questions arise about his true nature and motivations. Were he a hero or an outlaw? The debate rages on among historians and enthusiasts alike. Join us as we seek to separate fact from fiction and uncover the real story behind the legend of Billy the Kid. Researchers at the Lincoln County Courthouse in New Mexico have uncovered a wealth of primary sources about Billy's life. Court records, witness statements, and newspaper articles offer a glimpse into his early life. Born William H. Bonney, Billy grew up on the streets of Silver City, New Mexico. His early years were marked by poverty, violence, and exploitation. One document in particular stands out, the testimony of Frank Coe, a fellow outlaw who rode with Billy. Coe's account describes a tumultuous relationship between Billy and Sheriff William J. Brady. The two were locked in a deadly game of cat and mouse, with Billy's reputation as a thief and murderer growing by the day. The Lincoln County War was a brutal conflict between rival ranching families. Billy aligned himself with John Tunstall's estate, while Sheriff Brady backed Murphy and Dolan. The war raged on for 2 years, claiming dozens of lives. Many believed Billy to be the mastermind behind the chaos. Today, many question whether Billy was truly the remorseless killer his legend suggests. Some argue that he was a product of his environment, a man driven by circumstance and desperation rather than pure malice. The truth may never be known for certain, but one thing is clear: Billy's story remains an enigma, shrouded in mystery and controversy. In 1871, Billy the Kid was on trial for murder in this very courthouse. Despite his young age and questionable guilt, he was sentenced to hang. But what if we told you that there's more to this story than meets the eye? It turns out that Billy's lawyer, Alex McSween, was instrumental in his acquittal. But what drove McSween to take on this case? Was it a genuine desire for justice or something more? Dr. Corbett believes that Billy's story is one of a complex web of motives and alliances. It's not just about Billy's actions, he says. It's about the system that allowed him to operate in the first place. And so we're left with more questions than answers. Was Billy the Kid a cold-blooded killer or a misunderstood victim of circumstance? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. As we close this chapter, one thing is certain: the legend of Billy the Kid will continue to captivate us for generations to come.